know that, right? You just got to go to game house and just start playing it.
So at what age did you start playing video games?
Me, when I was a kid, I was like 10 years old. Yeah, it's like sometime Mario. There was a game called Mario. Now we have it in 360 and PS3. It's going high. The more you grow, the more things go higher. I was 10 years before I started going. I love video games. And we put money on it. You know, sometimes you have to bet. You bet money on video games. It's not even in Ghana yet. It's all the countries. Like the soccer, the betting. It's the same video game. You can play with your friend. It's fun. Just sitting down, controlling it. I can't control you, right? But I can control you in the video game. I can't control Rooney. I can't control C. Ronaldo, but I can control him in the video game. So it's fun. Think about it. It's fun. You see? It's all good.
Opposite of moderate, immaculately polished with the spirit of a hustler and the swagger of a college kid. Allergic to the counterfeit, impartial to the politics, articulate, but still a grab a nigga by the collar quick. Whoever having problems with their record sales, just hold it. That don't work and all else fails to turn around and follow till. I got love for the game, but hey, I'm not in love with all of it. Could do without the fame, and rappers nowadays are comedy. The hooting and the hollering, back and forth with the arguing. Where you from, who you know, what you make.
In Ghana, they are very good. Video games are very good in Ghana. Anything about video games is really good. The 3D graphics and everything is seriously good. Such a movie like Soul Plane. The pilot couldn't land the plane, and the only person available to land the plane was a kid who only played PlayStation on how to fly planes, and he actually saved the day. So video games actually don't do things for normal everyday life, but they actually teach you the way to actually handle certain things. As in PlayStation, there are games that teach you how to actually fly an actual plane. So video games are very good. Okay, with video games participation in Ghana, maybe there can be an organization of the whole video game competition, and it is really good because it will actually enhance more competition between video games, broaden the horizon of video games, and encourage other people who see video games to be for kids to actually also play for relaxation and other things.
Actually, it's very important. It educates children's brain, it develops their brains, not matter of trying to play just a game. It's creative things, it's creative children's brain, and it develops their mind. For example, through the game, somebody can know how to drive without learning driving. Games is like learning about computer, a lot of things like that. So it's a very good thing, actually. It's very important.
And then will you encourage any company to come in to sponsor a video game competition? If yes, why?
Yes, when I get the opportunity, me myself, I would like to establish a big shop or big place like a cram or whereby everybody will come and play a game. Because there is a lot of resources inside, there is some money inside, you make money out of it. Because I have a branch in Nigeria where I'm doing good over there. So it's very good, important, like if you have the resources, I'll establish more than what I'm doing now. So I would like anybody who have the ability or the finance to come involved. Yes, should be involved.
On the good side, it's a good idea depending on the type of game it predicts. If giving an example in the manual way, if it is a puzzle or a Scrabble way, it's good. It enlarges your knowledge, it broadens you. And if it is on the video game as you say, if it is, let's say, a race, it helps you get advanced, being it serves as a way of a mentor too. If it is your dream to be fast in something, if it is your dream to be the best climber or something, it helps. That's on the bad news. It makes children or adults get too glued to the television station rather than doing something better with their lives. That's my perception about it.
And will you advise to participate?
Yeah, I said before, it depends on the type of game. You have to look at the the advantage should be more over than the disadvantage. If only it helps students, if only it helps workers, yes, that game is okay. That's yes, I'll encourage someone to take part in the video game competition based on the person's interest. If the game is about, there are lots of games, maybe I'm interested most in this Scrabble as an example. If it is for that, I will go in for that video game competition. Because by the end of the Scrabble game, I might have learned a new word. I might have learned the best way to spell something. So for me, I'll join that competition.
So what do you think about video games? What's your perception about video games in Ghana?
Actually, video games to me it helps a lot. You know, it really broadens and widens out children's brains in terms of the way they think. Because you need to solve a puzzle. That's what video games are about. For instance, when it comes to the arcade games, like the fighting games, you know how to defeat your opponent and stuff like that. So probably you can help out, you know, just on the field or maybe on your way somewhere, how to defend yourself and stuff like that. People normally have some negative perceptions about games because probably the kid might just be stuck to game, not learn and stuff like that. Okay, it could be, but like all the same, you still need to make the kid active to get something to do, not always definitely needs to broaden the mind and also other aspects. So to me, I don't really think it could have some advantage, have some disadvantage, but much more, it's very much advantageous because even only people play it. Let's say musicians like 50 Cent will playing video games. What's the big deal? Saying video games is something that's not that interesting. That's what I'm saying.
Will you encourage any company to sponsor video game competition in Ghana or Africa?
Of course. For instance, a company like Sony Center is should and venture into that because they even produce much more games when it comes to PlayStation 3, the PSPs, Nintendo and other stuff, other Microsoft sections also need to entertain themselves into doing certain because they brought about certain. So I always say you should.
Will you allow or will you encourage someone to participate in the video game competition?
Of course I will, because you know, end of the day, if you don't gain something out of it, definitely you can even venture into it and even use an award. Like, you know.
What is your opinion about video game in Ghana or in Africa?
Yeah, I think it's a nice development that has been imported from Europe down into Africa. I think it's quite lovely.
Will you encourage any company to come in to sponsor a video game in Africa?
Sure. I would want to see more companies coming down to sponsor video game competitions here in Africa.
Will you allow maybe your kid or someone you know to participate in a video game competition?
Why not? I surely will, because I think it's helping the kids around, you know, develop their mental ability and all that.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so I think that a lot of people use video games as an outlet, especially with football and FIFA. It's a lot of people's aspirations in Ghana to become a professional football player, and by people playing FIFA, I think it's an opportunity to get involved in the sport when you can't necessarily physically play it at that level.
And will you encourage any company to sponsor video game competition in Africa or in Ghana?
It depends on what the video game was. If it had a good message and if it was a message of non-violence, something like football or FIFA I think would be acceptable. However, I think that could go either way. It's kind of a slippery slope argument. If there was a video game that promoted violence or unacceptable